Welcome to Global Village. Thank you very much for joining us. And we have two great guests today. Kathy Irwin from the Grasslands Public Schools and Naomi from the Catholic schools in Brooks and County of New York. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for inviting us. Thank you.
Okay, Kathy, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Kathy Irwin, and I'm married to John. We have a ranch out in Patricia, right? Dinosaur Park is our backyard, kind of. So I'm neat. I have two grown children, daughter Kristen, her son Rick, and our granddaughter Sadie ranch with us out there. And I have a son Mark who lives in Medicine Hat.
Wow. So you have you live not far from the dinosaur.
Yeah, we're about 5 minutes from Dinosaur Park, so it's a nice spot to be.
That's good. That's very good. Okay. Now, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is Naomi Hartery, and I've been in Brooks now for 8 years. I've been teaching at St. Joseph's Collegiate when it was the grade 7 to 12 school, and now I'm at Christ the King Academy, which is grade 5 to 8. I'm married to Rob Hartery, who teaches at St. Joseph's Collegiate as well. And I have a daughter who goes to Holy Family Academy. So we're highly involved in all 3 schools with our school division. And I have a son who goes to daycare and the Brooks Preschool.
Wow, that's good. So, Kathy, tell us a little bit about that innovations program with the Grasslands.
Okay, I'm the project coordinator for the Grasslands Innovations Project, and that is it's a mental health capacity building project where we just began our 10th year in Brooks, so we started in 2006. It's funded by Alberta Health Services, and we are a promotion and prevention type of program, so we do universal mental health programming in all of the classrooms in the 3 elementary schools in Brooks, the 3 Grasslands elementary schools. And then we also work with students and families that may be experiencing some challenges. We have our counselors in the school, and then we have 2 ladies that are family wellness mentors that go out to the homes and work with the families in the home and making sure that people are feeling connected and are comfortable and are getting their needs met, whatever those needs may be.
Wow. So that's a project almost 10 years now then?
Yeah, we're going into our 10th year. There's been lots of really neat changes from when we started. We're well connected in the community, and we have, I can't say enough about Brooks as a community and being able to, people being willing to help you out and being able to help students and families out, and just really making sure that everyone's looked after. We have a pretty amazing community.
Okay, thank you, Kathy. Tell us a little bit about the difference between those 3 schools, because sometimes I get confused, to be honest with you. They have different names, the Redeemed, the King, and so.
Okay, so we are all with Christ the Redeemer School Division. Holy Family Academy is now kindergarten to grade 4, and it's in the old central school.
Okay.
And also Puff is there for students who go to school to prepare for kindergarten. Then we have the Christ the King Academy, and that is the grade 5 to 8 school. And we have a middle school philosophy, and we're doing some really neat things there I'm excited about. And then we have St. Joseph's Collegiate, which is the grade 9 to 12 school. So very firm focus on the academics. And so that's how we've split up our school communities.
And you have your head office not in this area?
Our head office is in Okotoks. Our associate superintendent of our head office is Bonnie-Anna Creco, who is from Brooks. She worked with Grasslands originally and then moved over to be the principal, which was just Holy Family Academy then. And then it's just branched out so much. 2 years ago, she did take the superintendent job. And so we love having her in central office representing Brooks.
Oh, but
and the whole division as well.
Oh, okay, but she's in Okotoks.
She's in Okotoks now.
Oh, okay. No, that's good. So, okay, Kathy, tell us a little bit about the challenge that you face in terms of getting the parents, kids involved, the education and all that stuff.
Well, first of all, we truly believe that all parents want to be involved in their children's education. We work really hard at Grasslands to have welcoming schools and helping students and families feel connected to our schools. And so sometimes the challenge could be, you know, work hours for parents, or sometimes with our new Canadians there could be some language challenges, right? And because we're connected to like Brooks Community Immigration Services, Spec Association for Children and Families, places where we can access interpreters or that are already connected to these families, that they can bring them in. We try to overcome our challenges that way, and make sure that all of our families feel welcome in our schools. And we quite pride ourselves in having those welcoming schools in our division.
You guys doing a great job, and I've been to the Grassland schools many times. Tell us the what challenge that the Catholic school, for example. Do you have to be a Catholic to join the Catholic school?
You don't have to be Catholic to join the Catholic school. We have many students who are Catholic. We have many students who are Lutheran or Anglican or many Christian denominations. We have families who are atheists. We have families who are Muslim. And one question I do get a lot is I'm connected to the Muslim community from my son's daycare. He has 2 teachers there who are wonderful. And my daughter went there, and these women were with my children for 3 years, and they are very faithful in their Muslim faith. And so I get asked those questions, you know, do Muslim children come to your school, or anyone who's not Catholic? And yes, absolutely they do. Especially, like, we are a monotheistic religion, one God, and really we're about we're from a Catholic perspective. So excellence for every single individual. In terms of getting parents in, I think parents are paramount to our school division. Our school division started because a group of parents were talking in the grocery store about how they wanted Catholic education. So this group of parents is still with us, with our school division, and have seen it grow, and they're amazed at how this has occurred. I think the challenges of getting parents in is different for each school. So Holy Family, when the kids are younger, it's exciting for your mom or your dad to come in and volunteer, and they love it. When they get to grade 5 and 8, I hear, I would like to come in and volunteer in my school, but my daughter doesn't want me to be in her class. They're growing, they're developing. So we have parents doing things like reading tests for kids who struggle in fluency, parents helping with translation. We have parents working with our parent council for fundraising. So we have a Christmas cultural celebration every year where the families are really coming in to represent their culture at that celebration. And then once again for the high school, it's another challenge because now the students really want their independence. But the parents still come in, especially for helping with cultural celebrations. We have a month where 2 years ago, and I believe last year as well, we had a week where one culture was able to sign up and decorate and celebrate that culture throughout the whole school. And the parents did that. It was stunning what came out of that. And then to support this, we also have a family liaison counselor who we've had since the school started to help connect parents to needed services. We now also have 2 full-time Swiss workers who are funded through the Brooks Immigration, BCIS. And what they do is they get in contact with parents who we may see are having trouble maybe settling in and understanding what's happening with the school. So that type of cultural settlement, but also let's just say we notice a child needs glasses, and that really hasn't been brought up in their previous schooling in the Philippines or wherever it may be. We have these, obviously the teacher always contacts the parents first, but if that's challenging due to language or time commitment, then the Swiss workers step in and they do a wonderful job of helping go to the home, figure out if the child needs glasses. Our Swiss workers are amazing. I had one student who wanted to be involved in this summer, but his parents were working all summer. He was from the Philippines. This, Marian Izzo is her name, and Wee Norwegian is the other. They took turns picking this child up in the summer to make sure he was able to volunteer and be out in the community. It was pretty amazing.
I thought you had a, I don't know whether, I think he's gone for parental leave. This Swiss gentleman. I think he's from Cambodia or Vietnam, yeah, that's what I thought. And he was going for parental leave, I think, last time when I spoke to him. So you have another Swiss person then?
We have 2 full-time.
Okay.
Marian Izzo is our other full-time.
Okay.
Person.
Okay. Oh, she used to work at the college then?
She used to work at Medicine Hat College, that's right.
Okay. Okay. I think the program is funded by CIC, you mean?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, CIC is the major funding of those projects.
Okay, thank you.
BCIS is funded by the CIC also through the Catholic. But coming back to the issue of the grassland schools, you do have a universal breakfast.
Yes, we do.
You want to tell us a little bit about that?
We have a nutrition program that Innovations has spearheaded, and it's in our 3 elementary schools, the junior high, the high school, and Sunrise, our alternative school. So we have a program where it's basic. It's fully funded by donations. We recently were given a donation from United Way, and Synovus also is a big supporter. Enerplus, there's many different Smith Group Holdings, Cactus Communications. There's many different private donations. We go buy groceries on Monday. We drop them off at the schools Monday morning. And there's fresh fruit, sandwiches, and breakfast. We get a lot of our breakfast stuff. We also partner with the food bank, the Brooks Food Bank. And kids are able to eat. And if a child is hungry, they can eat. Sometimes kids are, they don't maybe get enough lunch, you know, or they're extra hungry that day, or they haven't eaten before they came to school, or sometimes families are just unable to afford to send lunches for whatever reason. Yeah. We don't ask about that stuff. We just make sure that the kids are fed. The school staff, the administrators are so supportive. They've assigned staff to this because they see the value in it. And our teachers have said, especially with the little ones, that behaviors have went down in the classrooms because the kids aren't worried about their tummies. Their tummies are full and they feel like they can concentrate on their learning. So it's a wonderful program, and we're very, very grateful to the people that support it.
It's a very good program.
We have a very similar program.
Yeah.
We have funding from Synovus as well, and from 2 other oil companies, as well as St. Vincent de Paul. So we have breakfast in the morning, and it's muffins that are home baked oftentimes by some of the ladies with the CWL League. So they're there and available for the kids. And we also have full lunch bags always available, and the children just come to the office and they'll either say they forgot their lunch or they don't have a lunch. It doesn't matter what they say. We definitely get them a lunch as well.
So is the same similar, it's called universal breakfast, or there's a different
we don't
name?
have a particular name for it.
But it's the same,
Same
okay.
process.
Don't ask question, they come, you feed them.
Exactly.
Wow, that's very good. So that's what, breakfast, lunch, whatever that is available at that time?
Breakfast and lunch. We also have an amazing connections worker, Nakashi Agwana, and she is involved in that as well. And she still has other snacks too during the day that to help with the students.
Yeah, and I think last time I was talking to Jennifer, and I think food bank also can help.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I told her to get hold of Cindy.
Cindy Freimark? Yes.
Yeah, they will be able to help in terms of that universal food, or if you have a different name. But the intent is to give food to the kids
Definitely.
during the schooling. So what challenge do you have in terms of getting involved the parents to come to the school? Do you have the same Grasslands have, for example, or are you experiencing people coming to the school and involved with their kids?
I think it's growing for sure in the older grades. Like I said before, the younger grades, it's so easy because the kids really want their parents.
Yeah.
For the older grades, it's definitely growing, and we're finding more opportunities for the parents to be involved without having the child shut that down. So that's been really beneficial for sure.
Because they want to be independent.
Yes, because they want to be independent, exactly. We have another wonderful program in our school called Connections, our Connections program. I don't know if Jennifer talked about it last time, but we have a woman named Nakashi Ogbonna, and she runs restorative justice. So when a child has broken a rule or done something wrong to another student or a teacher, they meet with Nakashi, and they have to figure out why they did that. They have to write about that. Then they have to figure out how they're going to make that up to the other student or the teacher, and the parents are involved in that process as well.
Wow.
So that's been a really wonderful way of helping connect the child with the parent, with the school in the older grades.
That's good.
It's pretty amazing. And Nakashi's amazing at her program.
So that's called connection.
Connections.
Oh, okay, connections. Oh, wow, that's also educating the kid as well. That's a very good program. Oh, that's a very good program. So what other challenge, for example, you're looking at apart from the parenting's involvement of the school, language problem? What about the cultural aspect?
Well, there is, I know there is some new cultural leader program that's been, maybe is going to start. I talked to Nazar, who is our Swiss worker, is going to start in the junior high. There's, when you look at our classrooms and you see the demographics of the classroom, I think there's almost a natural learning amongst the kids about each other, because we have so many kids from so many different countries and backgrounds, and they all bring something with them. So I know I've been, if you're doing presentations and just the kids, we do it's called Roots of Empathy program, where we bring a baby into a classroom, and that classroom has that mom and baby is theirs for the year, and we come in the baby comes once every 3 weeks, but we go in weekly. And it's interesting to get the perspective of the kids and on different things. And even as, I have a baby brother, this is what we do in our culture, so I think there's some natural learning there.
Wow.
With the kids in many different areas. I also think that everything that I think that we both talk about, we probably agree with, is it comes down to relationships. And so we have, like Innovations runs a parent information series throughout the year, and so being able to invite those parents and people come and they get connected, and anything that we're doing like that, where their parents are a part of something and they're meeting other parents, and say our first topic is Monday night at 7 at the Brooks Junior High Library, and it's on anxiety. Tricia Thackeray Weber is doing a presentation on anxiety, and having parents there and realizing, they're not alone. Their child experiences anxiety, or they experience anxiety, and we have many different topics for our parent series. And so it's about relationships, working with people, right down to greeting them in the hallways, and being at the barbecues, and seeing people out in the community and saying hello. And I think that's how we're going to keep overcoming that challenge, is just keep building those relationships, and valuing parents as a part of the educational team, and making sure that they know that it's not just the teacher and the principal and with the student. The parents are the child's first and best teachers, so they are an integral part of the team, of the learning team. And I think it is challenging, but
It's coming along.
It comes along. It comes along. The more we build those relationships.
Okay, Naomi. Yeah.
I agree with everything Kathy said, so I won't repeat anything, but we see the same growth for the same reasons. One experience I had lately really showed to me how much we are thriving as a community with all our cultures together. Every year for the last 5 years in grade 7 language arts, I've read a book out loud to them called Shabash. It's about a boy from East India who is Punjabi, and he's just finding his way in a town called Dinway in BC. And this little boy in the book decides he wants to join minor hockey. And the town is so similar to Brooks because there's many people from around the world who moved there because of the labor mill, the pulp and paper mill, where here we have the meatpacking plant. Yeah. So I read it out loud every year. Every year the kids love it, but it's been a different response every year. So this year we were just reading through a part where this young man in the book faces some racism, right? And we talk about racism, and we talk about how it hurts and how it tears apart our community. And I said, what racism have you seen in our school, right? It's the easiest way to get the kids talking. And they said, well, I don't think we see any. Where, like, the first year I started that book, it's when we had a huge influx of students from other cultures. Mm-hmm. I started with 13 kids in my class. I ended with 25 that year. They were all from the Philippines, except one boy who's in Ukraine. Mm-hmm. Our class was divided, and I was doing everything I could to bring them together. But when I was reading that part, and their response was, and they told me that, well, we don't see that. And I said, look, 5 years ago in the same school, this is what I saw. And I described, without using any words, those students graduated last year, and they're like, wow, I can't believe that happened, you know? So it was just a very powerful moment for me as how far we've come. So everything Kathy said, I think, has brought us there as well. The other thing our schools did is we heavily invested in having all our teachers trained in something called PSYOP. What it is, it's targeted for ELL students, but having them in classrooms and not having their language difficulties stopping them from taking in content at a high level and critical thinking at a high level. It's been a very large financial investment, near $50,000 at this point. Wow. But our teachers love it. We've grown from it. And I think just having all the students see everybody moving forward, language issues or not, I think has also been so empowering for the students.
That's glad to hear. I think that's the teachers at Catholic school. I met with them. I met with the principals. You guys are doing a great job. Kathy, what would you like to say to our viewers for the final note?
I'd just like to say that we're here to help you. If you have any questions, if you have any issues with our family wellness mentors, with our counselors, with our schools, we pretty much can do anything to help people get their needs connect to resources. And, you know, we all have dreams for our children. Yeah. And we all want them to be successful in life. And the one way that we can guarantee that is if the children attend school regularly and get their education. So we welcome you. We are here to help you. And we thank you for being interested in your child's education and for making sure that those kids get to school.
Thank you very much. And getting contact to Kathy is 403-363-1790.
There
you go. That's her contact. If you have any questions with regards to any kind of resources of Grassland Public Schools, you can call Kathy, that number. Naomi.
What we believe at our schools and at Grasslands as well is that every child needs to know they are valued, that they are individually cared for, and that we're going to pay attention to them. And we're going to pay attention to their soul, to their person, and then that's how we see kids thrive. So after what Kathy said, and I got to listen to the interview previous with Sergeant Tom McNulty about having children feel valued. If that's what we can do as school divisions, if that's what we can do as community volunteers, then our youth will thrive and our community will continue to thrive. And so that's ultimately what we're here for as teachers and as educators. And so that would be what we need to do for our children moving forward.
Thank you. And if you have further questions about Catholic school, please call the number
403-362-4767.
There you go. If you have any questions with regard to any resources they have, any school from the Catholic school, please get that number and call Naomi or Jennifer. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for both of you coming to the Global Village Show. And we were behind of the program today because of some technicality. And thank you very much again. We are very honored to have both of you, and we're looking forward in the future to have you. Thank you very much, Naomi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kathy, for doing a great job for both of you, for the kids in the future generation. That's awesome. This is a Global Village program. This is the end of the program today. This is where the East meets with the West. We are very honored today. This is a special program, and we are airing from the Count of Newell building. We are sitting in the chamber of the councilors. And we are very, very thankful to the Count building program that was given to us by the team of the group here. This is the end of the program. Until then, God bless you and enjoy life. Have a good one. Bye. This is Ahmed Kasim, your host of the program.